Always. You're awesome. We wouldn't have any members if we didn't have had the whole thing.
So he knows what I've gone through. It's nothing compared to others. So when I say I'm blessed, I am really blessed because I know many of you have prayed for me. And that's the only reason why I can be here today. And I thank you so much. Because I know that you love me as I love you. And so we're going to have a party today. I'm not supposed to be party today. But before I start again, I want to thank Sister Swenson. She came home from her mission a few months ago. It's a few months ago. Anyway, you know, Elder Barton, he lives in Bluffdale. And he usually holds big gatherings like this for missionaries. And because of, you know, age and being sick, he's not able to do that anymore. So I challenged Sister Swenson that she could get the missionaries together every once in a while. And she did it. Not even about 6 months. She did it. And I thank her so much. And of course, to back up, Elder Swenson. Thank you so much. He doesn't have really much of a chance sometimes, I know that. But I thank him so much. She used to be over the mission home area, and there are a lot of changes in the center. And I'm going to tell you a few. Some of you may know, but they've been happening like every 2 weeks or so. First of all, I was over the Islands office at the mission home. I'm no longer over the mission home. It's been about a month. It is under William Mahoney. William used to do the Haunted Lagoon and the Christmas Lagoon. Well, William is over the mission home. He's over the Carvers and over special events, and culture events. Special events are something like Christmas Lagoon. We no longer will have Haunted Lagoon, but we will have Christmas Lagoon. If you've never been to PCC's Christmas Lagoon, you've got to come. It's really nice. We have live animals. I meant the four-legged animals. And we have live singing. And it's about the Christmas story in the first half. And then we have our contemporary area on the other side, which we like to do different, not just Polynesian cultures, but we do like China, Germany, different cultural groups, different every year. So we will be having that this Christmas again. And William is over cultural events, which is all the island events such as the Samoa World Firelight Dancing Competition, which will be happening next week. So I would like to stay, but I have to go home. And the Tiki Festival and the Maui competition. So he's under that area. Just to let you know, William has 2 daughters. If you've been at PCC and worked with his 2 daughters, her name is Pare and Brianna. They both got their call for mission, and they both came into the MTC here last week Wednesday. So yeah, it's awesome for him. Patty will be going to Baltimore, Maryland, and Brianna will be going to Washington State. Everett. Washington State. Yeah. So it's awesome for him. That's his first 2, and they went one time, so it's a double whammy for him. Yeah. So some of the new things that are happening in the center, some of you know we have a new marketplace where the parking lot is on the Haula side, has been brought out, and it's going to be a new marketplace. It's supposed to be finished this year, December. But you know, all of you know, when it says a certain date, it doesn't always work out like that. Okay, so there's a new marketplace. The Maui Village, or Aotearoa, New Zealand, for some of you might know, they were renovated. So that's done, completed. The Samoan Village, they have a new chief's hut, and that's there. It's not quite done yet, but we want it done by next week. There is going to be a hotel right outside the front. There's no McDonald's anymore.
I heard that when it went down that all of the local people just came there. Were you there?
It is now, my daughter, she's in withdrawals. She's a McDonald's person, but McDonald's went down. The gas station was down. There's nothing there.
They broke ground.
They did a groundbreaking, and they do have a foundation sort of coming up.
Did they finally get the clearance to build the hotel or no?
They must, because they've been doing all the
Getting ready.
groundwork. So that's a good change, because they're always waiting for a permit for everything.
Is the coop down? The coop all the way? Oh, it's still
The
there.
coop's across the street, so it's my island office will be coming down. I don't know when. I hope it's not when I'm gone. But now, we're gonna have supposedly a 2-story office, and we're gonna actually have a bathroom. For those of you who are in my office, okay, so we're gonna actually have a toilet bathroom in my office. Alrighty, there are some other changes. How many of you know, yeah, that's right, our previous president, Sister, what's his name? Von Orgel. Very good. Okay, Sister Maples, come up. How many of you know who are present?
Grace.
Alfred Grace, come on up. Now, what is the ethnic background of President Alfred Grace?
Maury.
New Zealand?
Maury.
Not New Zealand, he's what?
Maori.
Don't say Maori. Maori. Okay. All right. Okay, if you don't recognize Sister Zeman, she lost half of her body. All righty. He's Maori. And since he's become president, we have William doing a lot of things, which is not, he's not Maori, but he was brought up in New Zealand. We have a new VP, I forgot, not Jester. But he works in finance. He's Maori. So we have the Maoris are taking over. Okay. We have one of our other new things that we have in the center is where the IMAX is at. Anybody know what it's called?
Hawaiian journey.
Hawaiian Journey. Okay, Sister Cravat. It's called Hawaiian Journey. This is Lohala Placement. Alrighty. It's a new film that took the place of whatever we were showing in the IMAX. You sit down and if you can stay in a, what do you call those theaters?
IMAX.
Yeah. I can't because I can't breathe. When the thing goes in the water, I'm like swimming up by myself. But it has, the chairs move, and then when there's water splashing, something spits out by the chair that makes you wet. But yeah. Well, that's all I always have to do. But it's called Hawaiian Journey. Alrighty. Okay, name someone who hasn't won a prize. Name 5 people who you think still work at PCC. Anybody? Name 5 people. Okay, go ahead.
We only came home last night. I haven't even been home yet.
85 people, sister.
Okay, so there is,
Press on the board. She's perfect today. All right. Anybody can name 5 others that are still there.
Okay.
Who? Pua from purchasing. 2 Puas. Oh, and my Pua, okay. And Lucy at maintenance.
Did she say John Moyner?
What's somebody else?
Moti. Tofi.
Okay, that's 5. All right. Did you want to turn it over? Okay, come on. She's kidding. Okay, somebody else.
Steve and
Steve and Kat.
Stephen Pratt, yes, they haven't been fired yet. Who has to let me choose something up here for Uncle McKelvin. Alrighty, How many of you, you've gone all through the villages or should know who's in the villages? How many villages are active villages, meaning they have shows or presentations?
6.
6. Okay, give me the names of those villages. Sister, you want a prize? Give me the name of those villages. Sister Harper, I know you're counting. Go ahead. Samoa, Tonga,
New Zealand,
New Zealand,
Hawaii,
Hawaii.
Fiji,
Okay.
and who am I missing?
Shake your hips. Shake your hips.
Tahiti.
Tahiti.
On the mission, he'd say, yeah. And every day I had to watch those Tahitian girls.
Get your prize here. Alrighty. Since you know the villages, what village is not active anymore?
Marquesas.
Marquesas. Come and pick you up, prize. Okay.
Right over here.
Come on. Pick your prize up in here. Okay. How many of you know the greeting word for Marquesas? Go ahead. Ka'oha. Come on. We no longer have any presentations or shows in Marquesas because at that time, not this board of directors, but at that time, the board of directors then didn't think that we had enough guests going there. So that's why they closed the Marquesas village. What in Marquesas were they famous for?
The chicken dance.
Was it the chicken or was it?
Oh, wasn't it a chicken?
Not the chicken.
Bird dance? No.
It's a four-legged animal. It did a grunt.
Birdman dance? Oh,
Birdman dance.
Pig grunt. Is that you, Sister Palmer? It was a pig grunt. Yeah, they had a pig grunt thing that they did. Come up and get you a prize, Sister Palmer. It was a pig grunt. Promise. Alrighty, who can name?
Is the tent still on Marquesas?
Is the what?
Is the tent still up at Marquesas?
Waiting for a hurricane to come and take it down. Okay, in these 6 villages, can you give me all their greeting words? Someone who did it read. All the greeting words for the 6 villages. Greeting. Okay, kia ora. Give me the 6 words. One person. Give me 6 words. One person. Okay, go ahead.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Malole.
Tahiti is Yorana. One more. What did we miss? She said aloha. Is it Kiora? Okay, very good. You want a prize? Okay, so Hawaii, what's for Hawaii? Aloha. Samoa? Aloha. Maui, New Zealand? Kia ora. Fiji? Bulavinaka. I'm going to Hawaii. Okay, we did Hawaii. Tonga? Malolele. And Tahiti. Yorana. And Marquesas, which closed, was? Ka'oha. Say that. Ka'oha. I feel like you're really cooking. I said aloha. Can you all try it? All right. Pick you whenever you want. These are cards from the mission home. Card set. Those are t-shirts. Don't ask me what size, but you can try that out. I have DVDs over here of the, what is the night show called? What? Breath of Life. We did the active items. Okay, I'm trying to think of more things. Maybe I should let you go eat and I'll think of more things. Anybody have any questions? Good, because I might not know the answer. So go ahead and eat and then we'll start up another game. Or if Sister...
Lynette, he's got a question for you.
Okay. Stella?
Can anybody tell me which tree has the best mangoes on it?
Mango tree.
What in Fiji?
Which one?
Even the guy who lived there didn't know.
The mango tree.
That was President Orville's house.
President Orville's house. He didn't know?
That's
They sort of disappeared before they were introduced.
It must be the landscapers. I was gonna say, because in the villages, they don't even let them write, they keep on eating them, the kids, the students. Oh, okay. Good job. Were you one of them?
And Lynette knew the answer.
She gets the prize.
Oh, okay.
Sister Robinson, just now, actually, we've never had as many missionaries like we have now in the center. We've never had as many single missionaries as we've ever had. So we've been blessed at the center to have everyone. And we've been blessed to have all of you. That's why we can sustain where we are now. Thank you so much. We're going to turn over the time to Sister Robinson and have some fun. Sister Curry, set up.
Okay. Number 1. On the street where you live, the porches are covered with
Said the answer.
it's not cockroaches, it's not. When you go up to a home, you remove your no slippers. In Hawaii, they're called slippers. Answer is slippers.
That's not a good enough answer.
Number 2, keep your own score. Everybody lives on the sunny side of
I don't have any right.
the street. Any idea? The beverage of choice is
What's wrong with you guys?
Okay. Number 4, every Friday is Aloha Friday. Okay, number 5, everybody is part of an ethnic minority.
I thought it was ancient.
Sister Allen, how are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. I missed all 5. Our 2 heads aren't very good.
Corbett coming up with funny ones.
Okay, in Hawaii, you have to be careful, I guess this is mainly for Polynesians, not to date your
Relative.
cousin. Everyone's a cousin in Hawaii. Even you do have a few aunties.
Yeah, that's
Okay, number 7, the meat for a special occasion is pork.
Wild chicken, they're all over. What's wrong with this book?
That's very important.
We said pork, but thought that was too corny.
Have you got one right yet? Okay. Number 8, stopping to
Take a picture.
walk and take all day.
Give and take. Talk story. Give and take.
It's 3 words.
Stump and run. Smell the flowers.
You said check the feature. I just read by the book. Smell the flowers.
Okay, number 9. The basic condiment on your kitchen table is
Soy sauce.
soy sauce. Okay, number 10. You can never have enough rice cookers. Everybody give Sister Ellen a hand. Okay. Number 11. Your meal comes in a
styrofoam box. What's it called? Bento.
Aluminum pack.
Is it bento?
What's it called?
a bento.
Isn't the same thing as styrofoam?
It's called a bento.
This is bento box.
So we don't get it.
Does it mean box? Bento is styrofoam.
Box lunch.
That's what I thought. Styrofoam doesn't count.
Oh, I know.
Number 12. In Hawaii, a what blank is a classical instrument?
Right.
Ukulele. Okay, number 13. The blank is the same the last 5 days and the next 5 days.
I like buffet. Who said buffet?
We can't hear you. Weather.
Although in winter, I noticed I had to pull on 2 sheets.
Yeah.
Okay. The number 14. You can't say hello or goodbye without a hug or a kiss.
A kiss.
So you're gonna count high?
Kiss. We're going by the book. It has to be a
Wait a minute, the men did a hug, not a kiss.
kiss like this on the side, not being custom. You got
Okay. Me too. Number 15. The blank are more courteous than in any other state.
Drivers. Right.
Drivers. The drivers.
We know that.
Almost already gotten a wreck here.
I know.
Uncourteous drivers, yeah. Number 16. International cuisine is served from a
Leaf. Truck.
we will accept old school bus, old step van, or old truck.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yes, if you remember the Kahuku Mall and the Kahuku food court at the mall, that was very fine international cuisine. Okay, number 17. The sight of a blank on a desert season is a good thing. Gecko. Gecko. Okay, in Hawaii, number 18. The men wear the sulu or skirts. In fact, on my welcome home talk, I said, in Hawaii, the men wear the sulus or skirts, and I don't know what the big uproar was, all you women here in Utah wanting to wear pants to church. These skirts are wonderful. Okay, number 19. In Hawaii, your family is called Ohana. And number 20. In Hawaii, when you leave, your neck may suffer injury or suffocation from the legs that you receive.
Okay, add up your points.
Okay. Who has less?
Who has 20?
Who has 20 right? Who has 19 right? 18. 17? Oh, you may have to go back. 16? Okay.
I think you did the same thing when we were there on our mission. What? You always won. I didn't know. I didn't really go over there. I think so.
Okay, 15 right. 15 right. Sister Seaman, come on up.
Three of them.
I know.
Oh, a whole bunch of them got it.
We have 4 more. Is that how many did it? 40. Okay, just pick one. Very awesome. Are you cheating? Oh, she can pick out the back.
Okay. And who got 3 or less right?
We got 6.
Oh, who got 6 or less right? That's you.
You're the last loser.
money instead of life.
Yeah, and that didn't turn out. Shoulder straps, okay. This was that one. I have something else. It's a backpack. Okay, yeah, this is good. Good. All right. Thank you.
Okay, someone who didn't get a prize, how do you say thank you in Hawaiian? Who did that? Sister Ramos? Mahalo, come up and get a prize. Okay. A child. Kiki. Who said that? Yeah. Who else said Kiki?
No.
She did. Sister Clement. She just came home. Sister Davis, come and get a prize. Very important because we all love our grandchildren.
The monster.
You got it on the nose, but that's not the word. Okay, remember this because you all have grandchildren. Mo'opuna. Mo'opuna. That is a name for a grandchild. Mo'opuna. So if you have, I say I have 3 mo'opuna. What is another word that is for a female? A lady. Wahine. Sister Aina, I heard you. Come get a prize. What is the word for male? Somebody else says it. What is it? Good? For male? Kane. Okay. Is there somebody else? You okay? Can we get your prize, Sister Aina? Okay, this is one more thing that happened in the last 2 weeks. It's another change. In the Hawaiian village, everybody know who Raymond Mokiao is? He now works for him as an assistant manager. Raymond Mokiao is no longer the manager for the Hawaiian village. He is now an assistant to William Mohi. The new island manager is Kaipu Manoa. He's kind of young, but it's Kaipu Manoa. Okay? Who knows? It's a new one. So if you have a prize that somebody else that they know, there is a new island director, which is my boss. Who is it, Sister Spera? Seamus. Come and get your prize. Seamus Fitzgerald. He's also over the Maui village. He's Maui. See all the Mauis are taking over? He's my boss. Okay, that's Seamus. I'm trying to think who else. Who is the manager for Samoa? Someone who didn't get a prize.
No, I know.
Elder Maples. Steve who?
Wow.
Yeah, he got it for it. It's just Steve. But it's Steve La'u. Sister Maples, can we get a prize for Elder Maples? Steve La'u. Who is the manager for Fiji? He didn't get a prize for Fiji. Share it with somebody on the side who did get a prize. Inoke. Okay, other one is it? Come over here. Those are cards on the mission hall. Those are shirts. Those are
He'll like those.
okay, so it's Inoke. The manager for Tonga. Fasi. Anybody? Who doesn't know? It is Fasi. Who is the manager for Tahiti? It's a woman. Very good. Starts with the H. If you already got a prize, then somebody else get it. Haitiade. Sister Gertie, did you get a prize? Come on, it's Haitiade. That's the only female manager in the village area. Okay? Haitiade. How many of you remember our Vice President over Operations? Our Vice President over Operations. Longo. Longo. Yes, he has some different responsibilities under him, but he is still over Operations. Okay, who is trying to give her the right title. She's like the director over operations. She's not the VP, but she's the director. Delsa. Sister Woods, can we give you something? Delsa Moore. All right. And some of you know who this is, Who is in charge overseeing stress? If you haven't had a prize, who's in charge overseeing stress? What did you say? The tie. Come and get your prize. And now he's from Utah. He's a physical facility vice president, I believe. What's his name?
Brother Mason.
Dan Briskin.
No, he's the manager, but there's no one over him.
What's the title you're at?
A vice president over physical plant.
Jesse Bear.
Jesse Bear. He's from Utah. They just moved over not too long ago. A few months ago, I guess. You want to come get a prize? Come get a prize for somebody else. Yeah. Jesse Bear is from here, I believe. He went to Samoa on his mission and he speaks Samoan. So he kind of is in there.
From South Georgia.
But he doesn't look like a Samoan or he built like a Samoan, I think. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Right now, before everybody starts going out, shall we do that?
He did intro.
Oh, did we do an intro of all the different missionaries? Okay, because we're wasting our time if we don't know anybody else. I know there are some that are hesitant, or were hesitant, or still didn't come, that were hesitant to come because you served at the center in different years. And so this is the only kind of time you'll ever know we share everything together is serving the mission in the center.
Temple and BYU.
Okay, at the temple and BYU. Oh, how awesome is that? So we're going to start with the corner there. You can just stand up.
Elder and Sister Sandler. And Jenny was at the settlement and I was at maintenance.
And you're from?
Alaska.
Carl and Jan Welch only worked at the mission home, selling ukuleles and managing the store. St. George.
Don, my wife Rowena just left for a little bit. I worked as a painter and my wife worked in the mornings at the mission home and in the afternoon as a seamstress.
We're the Fries, and Jackie worked in first aid and over on the PCC side, and I taught business law over on the CYUH side, and then we filled in other places around, so that was our gig.
They're from Salt Lake.
We're the Blazers, Steve and Arlene. I taught at the Willis Center in Entrepreneurialism, and Arlene knew about everything anybody asked her to do. She was at the eye candy through the store, sitting there knitting so the Japanese could take her picture. Okay, so we worked in the outreach program, and we've been back about a year, and we live in Salt Lake and in St. George.
Judy Olson, and I worked on campus. My husband taught in the religion department, and I worked with the devotionals and also helped with the PCC and helped on the ground floor with the give and take, and we loved it. We were there for 2 years. So.
I think I should go back. My husband's over here. Mona and Bob Lee, we were in the Honor Code office at BYU, Hawaii. We live in, you know that, BYU, Hawaii, you know that? We're in Highland now.
Yeah, Lynn Cottle, Lyle taught religion there, and I watched Mama Lee in the candy. She gave tons of candy away to all the honor code kids, so they loved to get in trouble so they could come give candy. I worked with the international students and the devotionals and loved it.
Tell them where you live.
We're in Ogden. We're right over here. Anybody just west of the temple, come and see us. We've got horses. Somebody come and ride. I've invited all the student body, but we're waiting for them to come.
And I'm from Mesa, Arizona.
And I'm Richard Tanner. My wife Sean mentioned earlier that we haven't even got to our house yet. We just literally flew home last night and we stopped at our son's place in Taylorsville, and we'll go up. We sold our home in Holiday, but we will be staying at a second house that we had up in Jordanelle area, Park City, Heber area, so we'll be there. I've been the director of the Willis Center for 3 years, so many of you we know better than some of the people that have been there this past few months. Director of that, teaching entrepreneurship. We also did.
And that's a minor now.
We got a minor approved at the university. We beat Provo and Idaho at getting that approved, so it's exciting to do that. And we did things like the Enactus program, which is
Was
used to be SCIFE, students that go and compete nationally with social entrepreneurship things. And Sean worked at the mission.
I worked at the Mission Settlement for a while, and the temple 1 day a week, and tutored and worked in the center.
A lot of
We loved it, and it just is so wonderful to be here with you. We know you so much better than the ones that are there now. That's because we're so awesome. I know it.
Gary Kathy Reynolds from Idaho Falls, Idaho. I served in the motor pool, repaired all the small engines for the PCC. My wife Kathy she ran the give and take for quite a while.
Susan and Phil Robinson. I worked in the maintenance department. I was the handyman, and Susan worked in at HR office. She got the privilege of handling all the complaints, and she has a top 10 list of all.
Yeah, if you want me to send it to you.
And
We don't know where we live.
and then we're not done.
Yes, we're done.
We live in, well, I was going to say you worked at Island Office later and at Mission Home, and that she enjoyed. That was a great part of our mission. And we live in Provo Canyon in the summer and St. George in the winter.
Naples, Janice and Joe, and I worked in special events, and Janice worked the student workers office. And we're from Old Town, we're Columbia, Tennessee, just a little south of Nashville.
Where the snows, we live in Saratoga Springs, about an hour south from here, and we were in the warehouse, did the town run.
It was fun!
It was fun.
How do you know? I ran with you.
You did not.
I sat in a stupid seat down there.
You went with the people before us. It was fun. We enjoyed it. We love it. We are happy to see all the new people here.
Oh, that's hard to get up when you I'm Elder Walker, and if you listen a little while, I'll preach the gospel to you. But right now, I'll just tell you that this is Sister Walker. I'm Elder Walker. We were at the PCC. I worked at the Mission Settlement selling ukuleles, and believe it or not, I could really sell those things. People would turn and say, "Boy, he's a good salesman." And I just walk away and grin. It was so much fun to do that. It was really a privilege to be able to do that. Thanks to Brother Witchell, because he's the one that taught me the ropes. Anyway, and Sister Walker worked in human resources, and she loved every second of it, but she was sure glad when I closed the door.
As far as where we live, we have a home in Provo, and that's where we left to come to our mission. But our home is occupied by a squatter who won't move out. And so we have taken a home in St. George. We're going to live there for a year. Mother is my daughter.
And BYU Hawaii, I served as the director of the counseling center for 2 years. Edie served as our office manager. She hired and worked with all the students for 2 years and had to fire a few, but she did a really good job with that. She kept track of birthdays and made sure everything went well. And I guess I had responsibility for everything else, most of the professional staff, and then counted to the vice president's office for all the fun things that go on at campus that most people don't know about. We live in Woodland Hills, and for those that don't know where that's at, it's about 20 miles south of Provo, and up on the hill in back of Salem.
And I want you to know, for anybody that knew the Breretons when they were there, we're going to be the proud parents of their little doggy.
No, Adeline Palmer. Adeline was at the seamstress in the morning and the mission settlement in the afternoon. And I got to work with and know and love every one of you, I think.
We're Sherry and Arnie Garr from Orem, Utah. Sherry served the chapel at the PCC and at Give and Take and in the temple. And I taught religion at BYU Hawaii.
I'm Joanne Cannon. I taught Doctrine and Covenants, and she was my research assistant, teaching assistant, and kept me going.
Secretary, full-time secretary.
Terry Boltowns. I am from Oregon City, Oregon. I worked in the what do you call it? Island office. The island office with Lene in the morning, and in the afternoon I worked in the Mission Settlement House. I think I have the best of both worlds because I just loved every minute of it.
This way.
I'm Lynette Kerr, and I worked in the Islands office, had the privilege of working with Lene. Dearly love you. I live in South Jordan, and I run a bed and no breakfast there, so.
Everybody, I'm Linda Davis, and I worked in the business office. I worked in the mailroom in the morning, and in the afternoon I worked in human resources. And then I also had an opportunity to work in the Islands office, and then also the mechanics place and do some files for them and a few other places working on files, and it was an absolute wonderful experience. And I live in Draper, Utah.
You have to tell about the fish food. You love that?
Oh, I love the fish.
We're the Swensons and Ed and Sharon, and we work at the island office. And
We did not.
I mean, we work for Lene.
And we love Lene too.
Yeah. And
Where do you live?
we live right here.
Wendell and Lucille Webb. We're from Arizona. And I worked in the welding shop, and Sister Webb worked in the seamstress shop. And we'd go back today if we could.
Robert and Lynette Zeman, and we're from Payson, and that's about an hour and a half south. And he worked with the blue shirts, being the mechanic and whatever he needed to do. Mostly, he liked to see him sit around and not do much. But and I worked up in human resources and enjoyed every minute of it. And just, I'd go back, but I don't know if I could get him on the plane again.
Paul and Nola Harder were from Las Vegas, and we had this wonderful experience of coming from Poland to Hawaii, and so we were just happy the day we landed. We never quit smiling. Paul worked, sold the ukuleles, and we worked at the Mission Settlement, and we also got the privilege from President Orgel to start the Student Workers Office, and that was an interesting challenge for us, and it was fun. And we love you, and it was just it's so wonderful to see everybody, just an overwhelming, loving experience. So thank you for letting us come.
We're Bob and Milford Lily White from Farmington, Utah. We didn't work. We just put in our time at the visitor center.
We're Dennis and Judy Patterson. We're trainers and ordinance workers in the temple. And we reside in Roy. We live on our motorcycle, wherever it takes us is where we live.
We don't recognize you when you're not in white.
You're not in white, we don't recognize you. But we loved every minute of it over there. And who can tell me who the temple president's name is? Oh, who said that?
Give her a prize.
I'm Kathy Moultrie. We served at the Temple Visitor Center also, and we did work. We took their place. We live here in Kaysville.
I'm Jerry Brinley, and my husband worked in the religion department and taught classes there. It was a CES mission. I was assigned to the educational outreach office on campus, and also helped in the afternoons, 2 afternoons a week at the family history library. by the temple, and then we got to serve in the temple on Fridays, and of course, a couple of nights a week at PCC, and once in a while the beach, and it was wonderful.
We're Gary and Eileen McHale. We served in the Office of Honor, and the Lees took our place when we left, and so that's how long we've been home. But thanks for the invite, and nice to be with you and see a lot of people we worked with.
We're the Kimballs. Charlene worked in the seamstress in the mornings and Mrs. Sullivan in the afternoons, sewing all the time.
All the time.
And I worked in I'm Don, and I worked in the where did I work?
Business
The
office.
business office. And,
What did I do?
I was doing accounting, keeping track of all the money that was flowing through there.
I like the beaches.
And yeah, love that boogie boarding. So love you guys.
And thank you, Brother Palmer, for that chart
Yeah.
of everyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Carol, Warwick Spiller, we're from the Queensland, Australia, and we were both called into the maintenance department. And so, but I got to work with the plumbers, which was great, on the water supply and the irrigation. And Sister Spiller got called into HR, and then was able to take the harvest place. And
Student Workers Office.
Student Workers Office, and it was a great experience, as I'm sure every one of you agree. And yeah, like we said earlier, you can take the missionary out of the way, but you really can't take the way out of the missionary.
Yes.
I'm Eddie Montgomery, and this is my wife, Chris. One of the first things I did is, who's ever eaten at the Islands Feast or at the Prime Dining? The first thing I did when I got there was design the tables in the restaurant.
The serving table?
The last thing I did, Lene, was design your office. So I designed Lene's office for her, the mission, the New Islands office. So
The one that's going to.
the new one. Physical facilities.
Thank you for putting in a bathroom. Thank you for putting in a bathroom.
I worked there and there was no bathroom.
Chris worked there, and
You put a bathroom in.
Lot of input there.
So, we loved it there, and yeah, like everyone else, we want to go back.
Emma Harris, little voice. I worked with Bobby and Coy in executive offices, and I had the best job in the mission. I got to work with the most cooperative people ever. Each one of you. Thanks lots.
I'm Tessie Crummett. I worked in the sewing department, just pretty much the whole time I was there, evening and morning and afternoon. And I did get to do a little painting, so I'm just putting in a little plug here, because a lot of you left before you got to get the cards. So I brought cards that you can get, you can buy from me. That'll pay for my trip down here. and pictures of some of my.
We are so proud of our Tessie. You have to see her.
So there's some stuff over here that you can get if you want to. And I'm from Raymond, Washington.
My name is Kit. I'm from the Philippines. I am doing my student teaching up in Heber, and I'm just honored to be in your presence because you're just amazing. I was a tour guide at the Palms Cultural Center, and I visit settlement often, so to get free hugs.
I'm Brenda Woods, and for almost 18 months, I was in the mission settlement. And thanks to Gloria, I learned how to play the ukulele. And we had a ball, and we sang for a year together. All of us did, who were in the mission settlement, loved it. And even some of these incredibly patient ladies taught me I could still sew. So I even did that sometimes. And I love that too. So, and I'm like you, I'd go back tomorrow. Thank you.
I'm Connie Nance. I'm from Morgan, Utah. I was in the seamstress department in the afternoons at the mission settlement.
Gloria Schick, and I was called to come teach ukulele by some dear friends and also relatives. I'm so grateful for the privilege I've had of serving under Elder and Sister Palmer. And I think all of us were served beautifully by them, and I appreciate them. I appreciate those people I was serving with. I served under Elder Welchel and Elder Swenson, and with Brother Walker, and of course with Brenda. And it was a wonderful experience. But the experience was getting to know all of you. I'm so grateful for the time we had together. I am from, and you've heard me say this, according to my oldest granddaughter, they said, "Where's your grandmother from?" She said, "She's from the airport." I'm from Washington and here, and I have another little place over in Hawaii. So anyway, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the Swensons for putting this together for us. What a wonderful gift. Sharon said, "I don't know what my talents are," but now we know her talents are just putting things together and making them happen. And we're so grateful to you. Thank you.
Oh, know us, Alan. You might not know Dave, but you probably know me. I guess she's the quiet one. Yes, I'm the quiet one. So we're just thrilled and delighted to be here. We worked with William Mahoney in special events, and we loved every minute of it. We had an amazing mission.
Our boss was William Mahoney, and William's boss was Jackie.
It's not true, it's not true. We have a special picture here that some of you are in this. It's an extra one. For someone who would like it, I will...
I like to have the highest bid.
I will tell him a number. Who wants it? I will tell him a number. Oh, you want it? So, it's that easy. Yeah, we're easy around here. You just raise your hand so you get... We're not done with the program. Just hold on. Hold on to your chair.
Okay, this is ukulele trivia. I need to see the ukulele team because I'm going to ask you a question. Please stand up, Brother Walker, Ina, Paul, Gloria. Come on, everybody selling ukuleles. Who else? Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay, how many ukuleles did we sell during the time that we were there in that 18 months? Well, I can't hear you. 18 months.
1,500.
How many?
1,500.
2,500.
2018.
2018.
1,783.
1,785 ukuleles sold by this team. Has a substantial profit margin to support all of the students at BYU. Did you get your gift yet?
Being here?
No. Now, today, all of the families very lovey-dovey. We're all having a good time. We enjoy each other. It's really neat, right? Families are not always that way.
No.
Do you remember any time while I was there, if I was a little bit obnoxious?
All the time.
I was wondering if you remember, and I'm sure you remember that Brother Palmer was obnoxious.
Never.
Families have their issues, and we consider you being part of our family. So we have a little token for you, and I would like to read it. It says, "My family tree is full of nuts."
Thank you so much. That is coming to you. I didn't intend, I was sitting here and I didn't intend to make it an all PCC thing. And I apologize for the temple and the BYU. So I'm going to have Sister Kerr and Sister Boltez. No, you're not going to dance. Okay, girl. You're going to give them a DVD and a PCC book. The DVD is a balloon show, Breath of Life. So if you haven't been able to see it, you can see them in DVD. So I forget the wording that when you enter BYU, what does it say? Enter to learn, therefore to serve. I'm not sure if you know there's a mission. There is a reason why BYU and PCC is next to each other. Can you remember why they're next to each other? But David O.K. came and he said there's a purpose for these things to be together. Can you remember? Those of you in PCC?
there's a triad, the temple, the university, and the PCC.
There's a reason. Okay. The students, it's there, the school is there for the kids to learn, and the PCC is there so they can earn their way to get an education. But they are there to work together. Okay? Just to let you know, to work together. So thank you so much, those from BYU and PCC and the temple especially, special thanks. Thank you so much. Sister Boyce, did you introduce yourself or you trying to get away with something?
Okay, I'm Sister Boyce, and Sister Baltaz and I had the honor to be the first single senior sisters to serve at the PCC. From Oregon City, Oregon. But I sold my house several years ago so I could go on missions. So I'm homeless. But I have lots of kids that want me to live with them, and I live between kids. I'm staying in Holiday, Utah right now with one of my daughters. And I had the best job at the PCC because I got to be everywhere and get to meet everybody because I was a videographer and got to go around and be able to see everything that was going on at the PCC and to record it for history. What a great honor that was to be able to do that. I love that. And hope to someday go back and do it again. Linda Davis and I flew over to Hawaii. Last week I went over to record the children's choir over there in Laie. And so we had the opportunity to visit with President Grace and Kea and John Moena and Delsa. And I have a message from Delsa on my iPad that I wanted to play for you. It's about 28 seconds.
Aloha PCC alumni missionaries. It's always great to see those who are able to come back, like Sister Davis and Sister Boyce. And I hear you're having a big reunion this week, so I just wanted to say we love you, we miss you, we're very, very grateful for everything you did for us, and you're still considered part of our PCC Ohana. Okay, so shaka and have a great time.
Are we going to have a musical number?
We're going to have Brother Palmer first.
Okay.
Yes.
Before Brother Palmer comes up, I have to tell you all a little experience that I had. When I was on my mission, I really didn't know what many of you really looked like. My eyes were that bad. They were like I had large cataracts on my eyes. So you all look so bright and beautiful to me now. It's just like a whole new world. Every one of you, honestly, you look like brand new people. So I was in denial that my eyes were really that bad. So when I came home, I had to get my cataract surgery, and I had a detached retina. What are you doing?
I have something to say.
Okay, and so I went down on December 23rd, that's my birthday, to get my license renewed, which it had expired on that day. And so the lady says, well, read line 2. And I read line 1. I said, oh, line 2 might be a little bit better. So I read line 2, and I was going to fake it. I said, like, PCF, and this lady started laughing. And she says, oh, honey, they're numbers. I wasn't sure about my missionary spirit. I could just make them all out and just let them know I knew what was there to pass my eye test. And so I said, it's going to be okay because I had my first cataract surgery on December 24th. Christmas Eve. So I was able to go back, and so it's in a week or so and get my license. But it's so, you have no idea how bright you are all to me because you were always fuzzy before for 2 years. I didn't tell anybody that, but I just, it's just a bright spot in my life now to see my wonderful missionary friends from normal eyes.
After she had her last surgery on her eyes, I was a little concerned. She saw me and says, you're ugly. I want to tell you how much we appreciate all of you. We love you so much, and may the Lord bless you for what you did. It was wonderful. Thank you for being our friend.
First of all,
as you know, when a mission starts, you know people that leave soon after you got there. And then by the time you left, you got a whole bunch of new ones. And as you know, there's never going to be a time when all the ones that were together all the time happen. And so I wanted to apologize to the McKells and the Brinleys, who were there right before I got there, that we didn't give them an invitation, but I am so thankful for whoever invited them, and I hope you'll get acquainted, those of you that didn't get to know them. We've heard good things about them, and so we're glad to have them. We're thrilled to death that all of you were able to come, and like I said, for me, selfishly, it's just like family, and so we are thrilled to death that we do get to know all of you, but we didn't ever mean to leave anybody out. We're hoping to get the Pattersons and the moms' address and phone number, and there's one or two other that never responded back.
Tell them
But
to go sign
thank
up.
you. That's what I was. There is a place here to put your names and addresses. Some have asked if you wouldn't mind to put everybody put their address there, so that if we happen to be in your area, we could give you a call. We have a phone number, so we could call, but we don't know that you're there sometimes if we don't even know what town you're in. So in Australia, if anybody's there. Yes. But what
Just wandering around.
can you believe that should have been one of our quiz questions, was who drove or
Came
did
the
drive,
farthest.
who came from the farthest away to be here. That's so exciting. The Spillers were able to come. There's Elder Swenson gave me asked if I had that list of 30 things I've learned about senior missionaries that I did at that home evening right before we left. And I didn't have it with me, but I emailed or called my son and he sent it by email, and I ran about 30 copies off, not because any of you, I mean, there may have only been a couple, but Elder Swenson said some had asked for that, and somebody, Lynette, had asked me earlier for a copy. But it's 22 things that I learned about senior missionaries while I was there, and if you want a copy, you're more than welcome to it. If you don't, it won't hurt my feelings, because and I also wanted to make note that as I thought about the greatness of every one of you, I don't know that there were any two greater. I sincerely mean this. I don't know that the Lord makes them any better than two that we lost when they came. Emma Harris's husband, Bob, and Judy Olson's husband, Craig. They've gone on to the other side, and what a loss to this side, but what a great blessing to the other side. So we're thrilled that they would come and join us, and we mourn with them as they lost their spouses for a time here. Anyway, that was all.
That year, that chapter of our lives, it flew by so quickly, and then it was time to say goodbye. But we'll always remember each one of us with love. We'll remember the kindnesses, the laughter, and all the fun. And now, no matter where life takes us, we'll always remember the miracle of the end.
And I said, I'll tell you how we had so darn much fun. I said, she taught me to play this in about a day. But I sat and practiced all the time, you know. And then when people would come along, and we all did it the same way, I'm sure. But you know, you would teach them those 4 basic chords, you know. And we'd play those chords, and we'd start singing.
Okay, we'll just start doing the way we did,
What
okay?
are you doing?
Well, we're gonna do, what did we do? I'm gonna look that one, and then we went into the other one. So I would say, okay. No, I haven't heard that yet. I never will, it's too hard. Okay.
Ooh, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. You knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there's suddenly before me, the only one my arms would ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned.
She has a practice to do that. Ready?
Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Then I'd say, now, you know those 4 chords, right? You know those 4 chords. Now look what else you can do. And about 25 other songs, but this is kind of fun, entirely different. Ready?
Dream, 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 when I want you, in my arms when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 when I feel blue, in the night when I want you.
We changed the words a little bit.
Hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream.
We went on and on. I can't remember.
Where did you get that ukulele?
It was boards. I made it.
She made this.
Oh yeah. It took me 3 months. This is my last time over there. I worked with Luthier in Honolulu.
Isn't that beautiful?
It was fun.
She was the master. She taught us all. She taught us all. Right. Oh, well then let's get Brother Ina to come on.
Hey, where do you have your? Where's Brother Ina?
There you are.
Do you have your ukulele?
Have you seen these islands? Have you seen the beauty of this land? Do you know its people? Brothers, sisters, walking hand in hand. Have you seen the ocean? Miles and miles of crystal deep blue seas. Can you smell the flowers? Fill the air with fragrances for free. This is our Lord. This is our Lord. This is our Lord. This land of Hawaii. Have you felt the power? Mountain craters throwing lava in the air, or its green sweat beauty. From each island blossoms everywhere. Have you felt the Spirit. Ancient gods, their monasteries. You will love these islands. Nothing in the world can compare. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Have you felt the power? Mountain craters throwing lava in the air. Oh, its green swept beauty. From each island, blossoms everywhere. Have you felt its spirit? Ancient gods, their monastery lives here. Colored rainbows stretched across the sky. Waterfalls so high, mountains make you cry. You will love these islands. Nothing in the world can compare. If you touch the Spirit, then the gift of love will lead you here. This is aloha. This is aloha. This is aloha. This land of Hawaii. Have you seen these islands?
Teach me to walk in the light of His love. Teach me to pray to my Father above. Teach me to know all the things that are wrong. Teach me to walk in the light.
Ready? Come, little child.
Come, little child, and together we'll learn of His commandments that we may return home to His presence to live in His Son. Always, always to walk in the light.
Father in heaven.
Father in heaven, we thank Thee this day for loving kindness to show us the way. Grateful we praise Thee with songs of delight. Gladly, gladly, we'll walk in the light. Gladly, gladly, we'll walk in the light. There is beauty all around when there's love at home. There is joy in every sound when there's love at home. softly, sweetly glide. When there's love at home, love at home, love at home, I can softly, sweetly glide. When there's love at home.
And Guido. We are really here because of these people. Because it was very hard for us to leave some responsibilities we had at home. But so, come here. Dave made this for you. You never got one. Everybody
We got this as a thank you, but I want you to know we came early yesterday just so maybe we could lend a little bit of helping hand, so we drove in back here after we passed it up a couple of times. And we drove in back here in our little rented car. We flew into Ogden Airport, so you can imagine what that's like. They don't even have a car rental place except we had reserved our car. They stand out there with a sign and say, "Hurts." We were so glad the guy was out there with the hurt sign. And so she had us come here, and we came to her house yesterday to help. And honestly, everything was done. They did all of this. They are amazing. They don't want any attention. She said, "We want to do this, but you have to come and take charge." That's the only reason this is their request. Nobody else is that we're up here taking charge, because they are so humble. They really are so sweet. They did this whole. I mean, she just was decorating, putting all the Hawaiian stuff up. I said, "Let me help." She says, "No, I can do all this." She's older than I am. Yeah. Wow. Anyway, let's give them a hand. We love you. We're the parents of they love you. And we're grateful for your hospitality, for opening up your home for each one of us, and for your sweet spirit, aloha spirit.
One